assuming it was vacant before, and
someone that was under the lease currently running an actual business or whatever had got them in there. And so that's where.
interesting. It cost you guys anything to like acquire it, or was it just kind of like, well, you guys just like, yeah, we'll take it, we'll have our own kind of thing there. Like,
I figured, yeah, you can ask us about it. Tell them, Ruby.
I mean, pretty much with the property management thing over here, they get them out and let them know who there is, so they can pay for it.
oh, for sure.
Or they put it up on for anybody. And I contacted her today, actually, TJ. Just reminding her that we're still interested in getting it.
And you contacted her today?
Yeah, I contacted her.
And what did she say?
That they're cleaning up, that they're replacing some of the flooring that was messed up.
And
Specifically,
And then what? When are they gonna? Because I'm gonna geek out over there is really what's gonna happen. You're working with Okay, awesome.
and that's what she said. So I was like, okay, cool. I guess I'll just let them do their thing, and then in a few weeks we'll shoot that text again. I'm glad you asked about that too, because I totally forgot that I did that earlier.
I mean, I think it's a good idea. I mean, yeah, it sounds fun. It's, and yeah, I mean, I think that is kind of, you know, I don't think it's a very common idea. It's a really good one though, you know? Like when it comes to like a barbershop, you know?
I think it's also going to give all these guys that come in, some of them have like, they play chess almost professionally. So it's like, where can you guys go to play in like a casual setting?
Oh yeah.
Really, you just want to kick someone's butt.
Yeah, gosh, I wish I was better at chess. This stuff is like, oh, gosh, I don't know how guys can play that so well. I heard something that those professional chess players, they burn like 4,000 calories in a day during like a tournament.
Because I just think this level would be much more
That's
clean,
how
and
much
then we'll
they
show it to you
waste,
anyway. You
just
get to see it.
Thinking about all the moves and all this stuff. It's like,
This is your first time in, so we want you to have a good experience.
it's
Yeah,
terrifying.
it's a very cool place.
Terrifying.
Sick. I'll show you that you. I can't
That
wait to
is
see
wild.
the
Yeah, they got, we had two guys on two separate occasions, and they both had like over 1900s
Yeah.
chess scores and all.
So we're gonna get the DGT chessboard, which is an electronic chessboard. Set it up to a TV, have the chess table,
Oh yeah.
you know, real nice oak table with the two chairs. So if someone wanted to come in and read some entrepreneurship material, like you know, that's his book. But we have, you know, stuff like 48 Laws of Power. We've got starting a business. So I mean, they can, and then you know, you can play chess. You can, you know.
You know, like, I mean, I like that idea too. It's kind of like a, I mean, it sounds kind of like a men's club kind of thing.
That's what I like.
You
And
know,
everyone charges for everything. It's like, well, what about just hooking someone up, dude?
I mean,
Someone who needs, you know, the shit. Someone who wants to get a business license, doesn't really know how. I can do that for you
Great way
and
to
charge you nothing.
network,
It's like,
yeah.
dude. Yeah, that's what I like what you just said. That's how I'm going to use it, is just use it as a networking tool.
Yeah.
You don't need to be selfish. They can win too. It's everybody can have a program called DVR, so they pay for your barber license and everything. So if someone wanted to do that, they'll pay for you to go to school. So if you want to become like a biomechanical engineer, you want to do quantum mechanics, or, you know, get any kind of degree in whatever, they'll pay for it. Or if you want to become a barber, if you want to do various things. Like if any one of you wanted to do something and told me that you wanted me to pay for it,
And I'm not done.
and I get it funded for you.
Yeah.
Just saying, I'd even do it for you guys.
pretty
Yeah, I
cool.
swear
Yeah.
metallics are the biggest pain of my entire life. What a tough life I lead.
Well, that was his worry too. I could see exactly what she was saying too with the Cali. That's where I was like,
Yeah.
I already said how to manage this on these quick. I was like,
And then for your next one, you want that
that's
short round with
exactly
taper?
what it was.
I believe rounded.
Okay.
I love
Believe
you
that's
so
what I usually
much.
did. I can't remember.
Ruby, I am.
There's some kind of free computer science stuff or like tech stuff online that people pick up.
We have some tech guys in here and some, or computer guys, I should say,
Mm.
studying like quantum computing. All studying degree in computer science. And
Mm. Yeah. I don't think I could get into quantum computing. It's just kind of one of those things where you have to dump what you know just to kind of go out of the box. In some ways, it's like an out-of-body experience, but you're kind of just suffering thinking about it.
It's almost like you're talking about quantum mechanics.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing. It's like in quantum mechanics, it's like different states at different.
Quantum entanglement.
Yeah, in quantum computing, well, computing you have to think of just ones and zeros.
Yeah.
But quantum computing is like it could be a 1, it could be a 0, it could be both.
Well, that's kind of cool. That's the quantum part about it.
Exactly.
It could be here and there.
Yeah. There's just
It could be one and two.
yeah. But it's to the point where because the basis is different, the computer has to be different.
How so?
Like the architecture of a computer is based off ones and zeros. Like you know what a CPU is?
No.
It's called the central processing unit.
Yeah.
It's basically the thing that handles what the computer does, what it calculates. It does all like addition, subtraction, and all like stuff like that based off ones and zeros. And it's pretty, I'd say it's pretty cracked in how it's done and how people kind of came up with it. It's like to the point where you subtract by adding like
Yeah.
zeros and ones, and it's pretty crazy. But since the whole computer and the like its brain is based off zeros and ones linearly, so it can only do one thing at a time, the whole structure needs to be different to accommodate predicting.
So linearly, what about like parallel or whatever?
Exactly, that's the quantum. Kind of got around parallel stuff with linear systems, with having multiple brains at the same time working together, but it's still not enough for like quantum.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but it's a little bit crazy to wrap my head around, and I don't understand how programming now versus programming for that, or I guess I don't understand programming for that. I met some people that are pretty into it, and they're pretty crazy. They're
That's
definitely
nice to be able to meet them because then
Yeah.
you can hear, conversate with them is the most enjoying part.
Yeah, I remember for my master's degree, it's pretty soon after I joined, I just kind of was in a club fair thing, and it's a bunch of computer science clubs over there, and the person running the quantum computing club, he was so smart. He's like an undergrad but researching for shit,
Yeah.
whereas in my undergrad, I definitely kind of just went by.
And what was your master's in?
Well, both my degrees are in computer science.
Oh yeah.
And then
So
So there is a lot of you here.
yeah.
When someone sent us malware,
Oh really?
there is a lot of you here. So
Yeah.
so just to let you know, the next guy that walks in this door
Mm.
works with Homeland Security. I'm not joking with
Oh,
you.
really?
I mean, we have Secret Service here, we have FBI here. That's nothing, but we have
Mm.
interesting. It's interesting here, dude.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting.
I'm not joking. It's the crowd. It's not here. It's the people. It is unreal if you knew.
It's
Claire
crazy.
Kwan with Homeland Security will come into the door in God 10 minutes. Because he'll be exactly on time. Yeah, they wanted me to be on this board of commissions or whatever for the corrections institution and all this different stuff. It's like, Jesus.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just get pretty crazy. You don't know if the person you're sitting next to is like working for the CIA or something.
They are. We have people here that 100% are. And that's okay. There's not, who knows what they're doing. I'm genuinely just cutting their hair. But one of them left his phone here for like 2 seconds, and it was like, and like as soon as he came back, we made sure that we did not touch that phone. It was in the same exact spot that it was in.
Yeah.
So when he came back to get his phone, that's where the integrity came in. Because it's like, dude, he's really needs his phone. Like, he doesn't play games with his job. He can't be around pot. There's nothing he could be around. He works for the government at a very high level that we can't even. And he came right back in and he was like, and we're like, your phone's right here. Nobody touched it. Nothing happened to it. It's,
like we didn't even
and
hand
he,
it to him.
yeah.
Let him pick it up. We're like, no,
And then
no,
he
no.
even said, and he works at the Secret Service. He said that he goes, that's why I continue to come back here.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's like, he likes the haircut, but I'm saying he's also super comfortable.
Sure, you should have taken it. I could have sold him a new one.
Oh my God, dude! Oh my God!
Damn.
Here comes Quan with Homeland Security. It's like, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I need a phone now.
Oh my God!
Damn.
We're the only shop that has a message on that phone that says, "TJ, this is Quan, Homeland Security." It's like, can you get me in? It's like, God damn!
Do I have any choice?
Yeah, I love you for that, Mike. Yeah, that's exactly. That's where I was like, holy shit! It's like, you're in. Part of the security of this beautiful country is that you're cutting our hair. The moment that comes to an end, that's a breach of the security. Imagine it's like, oh shit. Ruby answers that that's one with Homeland Security. It's like, my God. Now Ruby talked to. Yeah, Ruby, this is Juan.
Yeah, I'll take a walk in. Alright, see you when you get me.
Yeah, the caliber, because I'm saying we have another guy, PhD, quantum computation, we got, and that's me, but we got another guy, will not say this guy's name, but I'm saying, because I have a paid YouTube channel, I'm saying I have another guy that's a doctor that's not the career that he's famous for, but I'm saying he has a degree in computer science, but I'm saying his computer skill level on a scale of 1 to 10 is greater than I've ever seen in my entire life. There's two dudes here that have computer skills that I've never seen, that are magical to me. That are to say that you're not doing the doctor. That doesn't apply for me anymore. That's not your real job. That part is a lie or a joke, or because there's no way you're that good at the doctor thing is secondary. I'm sort of like, oh, this must be your real. This is it's. Once I saw you navigate that computer, I was like, Jesus. Dude, I'm not kidding. I see you do things that were fucking magical. Yeah, he could do anything. I'm not joking, dude. I saw that. I said, wow. I was like, Mama didn't raise no fool. I was like, dude, as good as you are or not, I'm sorry, dude. I recognize greatness because I'm great at this. So I'm saying I recognize greatness very quickly and easily. And I saw that and I said, wow. I had to accidentally double check my bank account to make sure it was still there. It was like, you get the 2 seconds on the computer, my bank account went from $200,000 to $20. It was like, you know what I mean? It was
It's like, oh, it's
zip.
gone.
It was like strip. It was like, my God,
Yeah.
you are the brain. It was like, my God.
Yeah. There's some crazy shit out there that people could do, or that we know.
Like what?
What was that one thing?
And it's only warm because they wanted me to turn the AC off just so they could hear.
What was it? It's like,
Because I know most of them. That's why I'm asking you. This isn't a trick question. But I want to know. That's where.
there's this one thing that I learned. It's kind of complicated, but basically it's like,
It's malware.
not really
Hey.
malware.
It's like, my God, I love.
It's like
Did you just call?
you go outside of memory to access things you're not supposed to. And it's to the point where it's like, if you remote into someone's computer and you're able to do that, you can actually get information on a computer just by another person's computer just by remoting to it.
Oh yeah, but and it's a device. And
Well,
it's
no,
not-
that's like a
or you're
script.
talking about-
It's like a program.
Okay, so explain
Yeah.
it one more time just so I can hear it because now I didn't.
So
You lost me a tiny bit.
it's like, no, that's all right. It's like applications have a certain like boundary of memory, like on a computer.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to go past that.
Yeah.
There's a way you're able to go past that to access stuff you're not allowed to access.
Yeah.
So what you can do is like you can remote to someone's computer, and it's like a dual like handshake. Is like the other person agrees, you fake your IT, you remote in. Now the program that you have is working on their computer, so you go outside of your remote into their computer. Then you take some information from their computer.
And what is needed to do that is the bigger question. 'Cause I get that part of it, but what is
Nothing. It created a big
what
scare.
is the software that you need to do that? Is what I'm wondering. What is
It's
the-
like a regular script. It's like a
But what is
vulnerability.
the script, may I ask? Is it something small that looks
It's
like
like
this?
no, it's just like a program that you write. A script is like what you yourself would do it on a computer, but the
Yeah.
computer's doing it instead of you.
Huh.
So,
And so how would you infect someone else's computer?
For this one, you don't have to do anything except let them or
Because they have to do something.
have you let them remote to your computer, so you have access to it, and then you just reach out of
But
that.
how do they remote to your computer if they don't know? Like, how would someone remote to your computer? What would be a clause that would have someone want to remote
So
to your computer?
if someone who doesn't know about technology
Yeah.
needs IT support, it's
Oh,
like,
I got you. So you start
my
up a startup company of
fake
the IT support. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now I get what you're
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
Oh wow, that's interesting. So
And-
they still do come to you. It isn't hacking. It is hacking, but it's hacking through they came to you.
Yeah.
You had to come to the site.
yeah.
You had to be able to download this. You had to
Yeah.
be able to accept this malware.
Yeah, a lot of malware or cybersecurity is one party accepting the other mistakenly.
Yeah. Via email or
It could be email, could be text, could be anything, but usually it's an acceptance. When there are times though where, so whenever you're connected to the internet,
Yeah.
like with Wi-Fi,
yeah.
so you have a router here, right? Like you
Yeah.
have Wi-Fi. So that's connected to like some random house nearby. And that's the connection from the company that sells you internet to the rest of like the world. This random house nearby. So say someone breaks into that house and connects into like the server.
Yeah.
So
Or rents that house and does that.
oh no, not even. It's like the company that sells you internet, they own that house, right?
Oh wow.
So how about if you break in?
I didn't know that.
You break in, you
Yeah.
connect to the server that's there.
Yeah.
They can see all the traffic. So whenever you look up like a YouTube video, they'll know about it. They'll know about your IP, they know about your location and everything.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So that's called a middleman attack.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah. there's definitely stuff about cybersecurity that's pretty crazy and out there.
And the messed up thing about cybersecurity is the more that you research cybersecurity, and the more that you've accidentally researched the reverse engineering of cybersecurity. That's where it's like.
It's true. It's very.
But you have to know all that information.
Yeah. There's also some devices. I forgot what it was called. It's pretty common. It's like, credit cards.
Yeah.
They're based off, I guess, a frequency, just like car fobs.
Yeah.
So, if you have this certain device and you bump into someone that has credit cards, you can get all the information from a credit card just by bumping into someone. You just need to have it like in the range. And
then what will you retrieve? Their credit card information?
Yeah, just credit card information. If you're really malicious, like there's, works have like ID cards.
Yeah.
Those ID cards have information for you to access like your work. So someone could just steal your information, like your work information to access work, and
like
they can break in.
Labs or whatever.
Yeah, and you can just break in.
Really?
I think it's probably more security because I think that's in a Navy base, right? So you need to get on the Navy base, which is harder.
Not really.
But yeah, cybersecurity is kind of.
There's a certain program that I knew about. But it was. Yeah, there's fucking. All of that stuff is very highly interesting for some reason. Just because it's with that becomes there's a lot of power with that for some reason.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It's become new. It's like back in the day you had power in a different way. Now you have you're able to do it in a different exercise. It in a different realm. It's like you're noticing it's going in a different direction.
Yeah. That's
like,
true.
Come on, think about it. Like, if I could take over things and you're in control, it's like, it'd be like that.
Well, you could be absolutely invisible and get everything. Like, you can look completely normal. Like, for example, a Starbucks Wi-Fi. Pretty much everyone on that Wi-Fi has public information, like your IP and stuff. So, if you go into a Starbucks Wi-Fi and you break into their local network, you can get everyone's information. So,
Perfect.
and you'll look completely normal. It's like you go to a Starbucks, you look like you're studying. Turns out you're actually stealing everyone's info. If you buy something in the Starbucks with someone breaking in, it's like they can get your information, all the information they need for like your credit card and shit.
Yeah, but I knew someone that's where I said I knew someone that that's right. That's the problem. The thing with that is once you start to utilize that information is where the retaining the information is easy.
Yeah.
It's the utilization of an implementation of the information that starts to get it's like they want you to be at Starbucks now. They don't care. They're like, oh, you're knocking off our Christmas. Like, show up anyway. We don't, it's like buy a latte or it's like they have no business right now and everything.
Yeah.
It's like,
I was pretty into cybersecurity when I was studying. Like my research was about privacy.
Yeah.
Well, privacy in what sector?
So when you request something on a website, like information, say you want to know the top 5 tweets of this one thing.
Yeah, they
right?
collect your information and sell it.
Yeah, so basically my thing was privacy in that. So
privacy as far as what? Hoarding it? You don't want someone to retain the information?
basically you don't want the company to know what you're looking up. So
what company? The search engine company?
Nah. Well, yeah, but
you can't do that. You're using their search engine.
it's more like their company.
But
So
whose company?
Twitter. So if you request something on
You're
Twitter,
not on Twitter.
no, you're on Twitter.
But then you fucked up because now you got to adhere to their program.
Well, no, it's different. So Twitter has a bunch of servers that has information, right?
Yeah.
So the point is, it's like you're requesting information from those servers,
Yeah.
but you do it in such a way that to Twitter, it looks like you're getting a random junk of information, not what you want. So it's like, okay, I don't know what this is. But to you, it's like you're reconstructing the database on a mathematical point of view. You know how in like, oh shit, I don't know.
Zeros and ones.
Well, no, it's like in middle school, like the how to make a line graph or whatever, mx plus b, whatever.
Okay.
Oh,
So basically,
I'm following you and what?
it's like if you have 2 points on a graph, you can find out the line, right?
Okay, yeah.
It's the same exact thing,
Or
but
into
with
the distance and
yeah. So a database on a server is just like a matrix. So it's like every single row in that matrix, you need to know what a matrix is. Basically, different pieces of data are like points on a graph. So if you recreate that graph, it's like you're recreating the database almost.
oh, nice.
So basically, you request a bunch of jumble information. You have a little bit of what you need in that jumble, but it's mostly just jumble.
Yeah.
So you're just requesting. You're requesting some information so you can make like a graph, and you pick out what you want.
Yeah, that's sick.
So the math is pretty complicated, but it works.
And what kind, do you have a nice computer at home?
Yeah, I try to make another one though, because I made the one that I currently have back in like 20.
I'm here 1821.
Oh, I don't even remember.
How was that?
Like 2018. 2019.
Yeah.
It's still okay, but now I'm trying to redo it because I guess I kind of screwed up in that my Windows is saved on like a smaller drive and it keeps maxing out.
Oh, wow. That
So
sucks.
I mean I could fix it, but I'd rather not.
Yeah, just get another one. And...
Well, no, it's,
So do you build websites here or no?
Well, for my work, I work on different projects. Well, actually, both of no, one of them is like a website, like a web application.
Oh, nice.
I am trying to make my own websites though, and for practice, learn more UI, how to make good UI,
Yeah.
and then kind of just make my own thing later.
Look out for this next place that we're going to be building right over here for the little thinking tank next door and everything. To be able to, everyone's going to make more money and do everything, and it's time to take over. And see, watch now, look.
Yeah, for sure.
And still kept it long enough to where it didn't.
Mm.
And watch. What do you think? You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
Alright, so watch. We're gonna put